Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is week 38, I believe it is now, of free to play, and I am here this week starting at Emperor Palpatine, because this week I took his relic levels. I got him up to relic levels and I took him all the way to relic 7. It was one of these things where it's like, well, you know what, if we're going to relic characters, let's relic them to the full requirements that I'm going to need for other journeys and stuff. So that means that he is up at Relic 7 for the Sith Eternal Emperor journey. Don't have to worry about relicking him up anymore. And it's not Executor, is it? No, it's Kylo. Oop, one too many. It's Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, I believe. Yes, Relic 7 for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So yeah, and that's what I kind of want to do. I think I said this in the previous week that I want to do with other characters. For example, we have Jedi Anakin is at Relic 5, so taking Anakin up to Relic 7 would be helpful as well. And other things like that. So that was the big achievement this week, being able to go up full, full 7 relic levels. I'd saved up enough resources, plus, well, I'd saved up a lot, and then I obviously spent refreshes on crystals for Cantina energy and stuff to get stuff there. And the other things I kind of marked working with, so working on Merrin, I've got her marked because I want to get her Kyrotix done. I want to get the Shadow Stride ability here. I want to get that up and running, and her Omicron at some point, but we did spend an Omicron just recently, and I put it on Treya, on her Lord of Betrayal unique ability, so that to make her much better as a Grand Arena threat. And along with Nihilus, who I've marked him because I want to obviously put gear on and get him as high gear as I can, which will be gear 11 before he gets to 7 stars. I'm not going to look at Zetaing this. I am going to Zeta Treya's leadership here when I get this at my when the fleet currency fleet arena pays out. I'll have enough fleet currency to get another Zeta here, and I will take this ability, so that, yeah, this one's really good. You know, every time enemies using abilities, you know, taking damage, it really does work quite well. So then we've got a team of Treya, Nihilus and Savage, which is a really good 3v3 team. So that's going to be really good. And obviously still working, it's slow progress, but we're still working. I've been trying to farm chirp shards as well. I need 10 more echo shards, so I'll grab them here. So that's echo done with raid currency. So that's that. And yeah, we're just kind of farming Kyrotix. I do want... So the other problem I've got here is I do want to obviously get... I think I'm going to use my Kyrotix here first for the Marauder team, because you only have to get to gear 11 to get the final 2 abilities, and I think Hunters is going to be the better one. Maybe. So yeah, so basically at full, get Hunters up. But this one's alright. You start with plan 99 and reduce the cooldown by 4, so it's going to be a 4-turn cooldown instead of 8. A little bit of experience with the main account that has this. The basic ability is really strong. Like, I spend most of my time using the basic, just because it does so much damage. But yeah, so... and even on this one, but so yeah, so we'll see. We'll probably do Hunter. As I say, I want to get Merrin again. It's like, we're kind of similar situation to last week, doing a bunch of farming on Kyrotix and stuff. I'm not spending a lot of energy here on farming shards right now. These are all just kind of bookmarked here and here. You know, for shards. This is for gear purposes, and we have been doing some shards here, and we need Kyrotix. You know, Kyrotix crunch is real right now. But it was good to get Palpatine. Like, he was at Relic 5 when I went into Grand Arena for this week. That's, you know, goes into next week's video. so he'll be at Relic 7 for the final week of Grand Arena with Almara Jade and Starkiller. Probably want to get Starkiller up to Relic 7 just for the offense ability and stuff like that. But we have a bunch as well. You know, we want. What do we want? What have we got here? Anakin needs Relic 7. Dash needs Relic 7 for the profundity. Relic 8 and Relic 8 for Yoda and General Kenobi. Relic 9 for Snips, and for hopefully eventually doing Ahsoka. And I wanted to do a video on this, and you know, maybe pipe in down below if you know anything. You know, because I am looking at it. I had a question of whether you should spend get 3 currency, this currency here, on characters that are the conquest or territory battle characters. So you have Ki-Adi-Mundi and Wat Tambor, who are territory battle characters who, you know, if you're Ki-Adi-Mundi, you don't need really. Wat Tambor, however, is an interesting one to discuss, because now, especially now with the Guild we're not doing Geonosis, Wat Tambor is stuck at the shards that he is at, pretty much. Where is he? 127. So we're 200, just over 200 shards away from a 7-star Wat Tambor. Now, if I ever want to go for General Kenobi, and if I want to have a decent character, you know, for other things, need Wat Tambor. And yeah, so the only way for you to get this character, if you are free to play, is to use your get 3 currency. Now, this is a discussion to have as well about things, is that if you're looking at being free to play, these are sacrifices that you will have to make if you want to progress your account. You could just leave them, but obviously if you're going for a kind of full completion, whatever, you know, there are sacrifices that need to be made, and this is one of them. So Wat Tambor is a character that pops up in here, and as well is a conquest character. So there's Boba Fett, Sign of Django currently. However, I'm looking at more like Commander Ahsoka Tano, and you know, we're at 2 million GP at this account so far, well over half a year. The question is, do we hit 4 million by the end of the year or after? And if you are able to get in a guild that's doing Rise of the Empire, territory battles, and you know, you're grabbing the get 3 currency here, you know, well, I mean, I think Commander Ahsoka Tano is 1750 for 5. So, like, I think for every one you're doing, you can get 5 shards, and this comes in about twice a month, roughly. So you're getting 10 shards a month, 33 times, so half, that's 16. So it's going to take you about half a year with a guild that's doing Rise of the Empire, territory battle. From start to finish, you know, every time, consistently, every time, because it's the only one that pays out the get 3 currency. So you need Rise of the Empire, you need to be getting above 6 stars. You need the 6 stars for 1750, and that's going to take you half a year to get Commander Ahsoka Tano. Now, she is another character that you don't necessarily need. Like, her team is General Kenobi, okay? Not General Kenobi, Jedi Master Kenobi. She goes on this team with Jedi Master Kenobi. So unless you're kind of rushing this, or you know, this is going to be your first Galactic Legend, it's another one you don't necessarily need to do. But as a free-to-play player, you have to be aware that yes, you need to spend the get 3 on the Kyrotex here. However, if you do go that route of deciding to go because it might be your favorite character, whatever reason, and you go for that, you may have to make a decision on, you know, you don't wait for proving grounds, you know, because even once you get to proving grounds, you've got to get up to the hard conquest tier, and you've got to have 4 million galactic power, and from that, and you've got to have a team that can combat the commander of Ahsoka Tano, node, whatever you want to call it, on Proving Grounds. You then are a good 18 months, roughly. It's just under a year and a half. I think it's 16 and a half. It's some weird number anyway. But we'll call it a year and a half. You're a year and a half away from getting Commander Ahsoka Tano from the point that you hit opening Proving Grounds, right? So I mean, for this, like, let's say this account, for example, we're looking at 18 months, roughly a year and a half, just farming from here, and that sacrifices your Kyrotech. So I don't know. I think, is it worth it? Maybe not. Is it worth just getting other characters up with Kyrotechs? Probably. However, you can do it, and you can get a character like Commander Ahsoka Tano up and running a lot sooner than Proving Grounds being open. It is an option there for you. Anyway, I've rambled enough about that, and I've kind of, I guess, squashed my thoughts into this video that I wanted to do as a separate video. I may do a different one with exact numbers and stuff. Maybe, we'll see. But anyway, let's go and see how Grand Arena went for the first week of 3v3. Hello everyone, welcome back to Grand Arena after the week break. It is 3v3 time here. So let's just have a look at what we did for defenses. Right now we put Qui-Gon, Omicron up here. I put Dash down here with Han and Django. I was like, well, I haven't really got a team right now that he will work with. I should probably change this for the next round. Mercenary. I should have Beskar Mando here, really, to be honest, actually. Django works, but Beskar Mando better. So we've got that there, and we've got Jedi in the back as well, just to kind of shore up. Our fleet is obviously endurance with a bunch of nothing. So that's our 3v3 defense. So we're gonna go see what we can do in this week's Grand Arena. We're up against Raxel here. Well, I mean, just look at their squad rank and fleet rank. They probably have good galactic power, but they clearly don't play. I mean, just 3PO on that is just auto lose. So they're obviously doing that, and they're not even. They've got negotiated, and they're not even climbing. But yeah, 4.5 million galactic power with some Palpatines and Revan, bunch of Jedi. Is it? It looks like bundles yet again. It is not for Revan. Okay, so it is not a Revan bundle. So I guess it's possible they're not. Cartel. That's a bundle. Mob Enforcer at 5. Says it all. Yeah, so some recent bundle purchases. What about ships? Yeah, First Order and Jedi stuff. And Negotiator. Finalizer. Bounty Hunters. Okay, so there we go. That's kind of the roster there. So they have attacked us. 839 banners, so we can beat 839 banners if this goes well. Well, obviously we were doing it in 5v5. So what we've got here, we've got some Ewoks up at the front. No Nisa, so that is air. And we have Kylo unmasked up front here. So the question is, what is he going to have in the back? That is the real question. And I'm going to take a look on the good old website quickly and see if I can find out what his 3v3. He has changed it. Because he did put Qui-Gon in the front zone, so he's in the front top. it looks like he might have Qui-Gon or bounty hunters potentially behind Kylo here. So let's see. I'm going to go for it against Kylo first. And we have our Starkiller. Yeah, I'm really excited about having Starkiller on this account. If he has Qui-Gon in the back, I think I want my Poncho Bros to deal with that. So I think we go with this. Having Starkiller with his Omicron is going to be really, really helpful. So let's get these shocks out. Try and get a stun. Nice. Oh yes, look at that. More stuns. Yeah. Nice. Let's throw this in here. We get assists every time with Starkiller when Palpatine attacks, which we love. Okay. Sure, we lock Kylo down still. This team now is great for our offense. We're not even going to need Starkiller to do his thing there. That's absolutely brilliant. And the fact that he's now Relic 5 as well, ready for the next 3v3 week. We have clones in the back, so I was wrong on both accounts. So this is someone who is kind of active, but in Carbonite with a 4.5 million GP account. So very interesting that's... Yeah. I was going to say I can Wampa this, but I don't have Wampa. So, I don't think I even need to undersize. Maybe I do. Anyway. Relic Ewoks. Rex clones. I think Imperial Troopers here. I think Troopers here and Poncho Bros up top. 5, so we want to make sure 5 goes down first. Nice, nice, nice. Gets a little bit more tricky on the 3v3 to get as much turn meter as you want. Come on. Really? Yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to undersize somewhere now. I think these two without a lead can do it. So let's go. Because we're just going to hit really hard. And these basics just wreck face. And Qui-Gon gets counters as well. Almost there with 5s. Some defense down. Just get Rex out before he gets his special up. Okay. So we gained 4 banners back on the attack loss. I'm thinking Savage. No, I don't think Savage works into Ewoks on his own. We could go this. That works. That works. We don't want Wicket in. Let's get Wicket out of the way. Vader's gonna do his ability blocks. Come on. Nice. Let's go. Let's crush some dots. Get ours. Come on. This should be possible. Come on. There we go. There's one. Okay, got one. I'm getting a little bit worried here. I probably should have crushed there first to try and stop the... there we go. That's nice. To get rid of the evade on both, and then would have been able to hit with one. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. Whew. Get a little bit worried then. Okay. Yes, Executrix in the back. This is fine. This should be a fairly routine thing. We're going to miss out on Umbaran here to make sure we get some banners back. To try and make sure we get above his banners amount. Yeah, special first buff immunity is fine. Slave 1 doesn't have taunt. We don't need that. Let's make sure we get Slave 1 out. We can AoE and get some ability blocks while getting Slave 1 out at the same time. And Vader's gone. And we're going to bring in Plo. Just to make absolutely sure, but there we go. And was it enough? It was not. That one friggin' battle here. And he went straight through my Qui-Gon, which really annoys me. Without a Galactic Legend. Pretty sure he did that with his Jedi Revan counter. Oh dear. So there we go. On to round 2. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're looking at this. I remember I need to do a post commentary for this. Here we go against Grand Mole Horwick. We have a CLS team, looks like, up against a 5.7 million galactic power roster. There we go, we're loaded through. So we've got some Phoenix, some Jedi, some First Order, Triumvirate, potential bundle there, looks like. Bundle Chewbacca's Relic 5 bundle, is that? Ewoks at Relic 3s, that's a bundle. Can tell that straight away. So yeah, definitely someone who's purchased some bundles, but that's fine. You know, I've done that on my main account myself, should I say? And ships, no negotiator, which is great for us. I love to see no negotiator, no executor, and here we go. We've got some Geos up front at top. Hang on, there we go. It's loaded in finally. It's been a bit slow on the the old video there for you. And we've got a Kylo Ren led team, Kylo Ren on Matt's led team up on the bottom here. This one was definitely the team that worries me the most. Kylo Ren can be really annoying early on. So here we go, and we are going to be getting rid of some buffs. And he gets a load of counter attacks as well, which even without the hooks lead is, yeah, kind of frustrating. This team just didn't seem to work particularly well with Padme. I know one of you guys out there, I think Altharas, you were asking about Padme-led Poncho Bros. Through at least what I've been doing over the past few Grand Arenas and stuff, I would not recommend the Padme-led Poncho Bros team. I don't think the courage gets stacked up enough with them. Maybe I need to work on my Padme. Maybe that's why. But at least as it stands, you know, finding a lead for them is really difficult. I think they definitely are like one of those teams which, you know, is the best under the Queen Amidala lead. I haven't done it myself. I don't have a Queen Amidala myself on either of my accounts, obviously. But they do seem to, you know, because you can put them with a bunch, they're not like really good with any of them. So it ends up a lot of times like this, where obviously these guys are Relic 7, so they're, you know, pretty good. But you're putting them with like Relic 3 Yoda or you know, Gear 11, whatever it is, Gear 10 Padme, or I think Anakin has been the best lead with them that I've had. Jedi Anakin. So yeah, maybe that's what I need to keep working on. But Jedi Anakin goes with my Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron, unfortunately. So yeah, I need to find ways around it. So we've done all right here. We have lost Padme, obviously, as we kind of saw, and we're just kind of finishing up on the Kylo Ren, but he's gaining his health and protection back, which is really annoying. But we just have to try and keep beating down here and getting a bunch of assists. We've got some debuffs there, buff immunity and breach going on. I think it's just a case in this one. It was just whittling him down little by little. Days there as well, so not getting any counters. And there we go, we finish off with the special from Padawan Obi-Wan. So there we go. The video on the other end is not looking particularly good. I hope that... I wonder what's happening on the OBS side of things. So I apologise if the recording, because I'm looking at the OBS, keeps freezing on... I'm getting the full rendition that I'm watching on the main screen, but I can see it's freezing for you guys, I think. So I do apologise for that. I can't record this again, unfortunately. So I'm hoping it doesn't keep freezing. Not that you miss much, you know, these ones, especially with post-commentary, the recording, it's, you know, talking through the stuff. And I think I failed. We've got Vader out. I've got a feeling Boba was really annoying here, especially for my Dark Trooper. And in 3v3, Imperial Troopers are definitely not as good because you don't have as many characters to do abilities and get, you know, get turn meter from. You know, get Moff Gideon, Range Trooper, or Stark if you put Colonel Stark in there. Trying to get a kill here, and we're stuck on the taunt. Probably should have middled. Basically, yeah, I think I should have done the Dark Trooper AoE there to get Boba killed, because now he's got his bounty hunter resolve back up, and we lost Veers. And I think in this one, I think we could have not lost Veers if I'd have done the AoE. I don't know whether the recording's to do with. See, yeah, we lost a Boba there. So that was. I think that could have been avoided. That one. I actually on review of that one, I think I could have avoided. Because I could have, as I say, done an AoE with the Dark Trooper to get Boba's last bit of health out. Because we were stuck behind the taunt on Bosk. So Dark Trooper had done the AoE. I think we would have been good. So we've got to do a clear up now here, unfortunately. You know, lost banners on it and stuff for doing a not doing it on the first time around. So we're going to have to tidy up there. It's unfortunate. 34 banners. It's like half the banners. Yeah. So onto the top walls now, which is Geonosians at the front. And Relic Geonosians, Relic 3's around, so it looks like that may have been a bundle as well. And we're going to go in with Palpatine and Starkiller, yeah. And this is the first Grand Arena with Starkiller, which is just great. He did not have. Notice this player does not have the Zeta for the Brute Summon on the Jira Brood Alpha. So we're not having to get stuck by that, and then we can just lock it down with stuns, and he never gets to call it in. And we just assist all the time. With Palpatine assisting Mara, Starkiller assisting Palpatine. Just assists all the time, turn meter stacking up turn meter for all the shocks that we do. And unfortunately, did not get to see Starkiller pull a Star Destroyer down this time. Such a great ability, isn't it? I love seeing him pull the Star Destroyer down. And in the back is a finalizer with a not a finalizer team. So this was one where pretty confident I can not take Umbara and get some banners back for it. And yeah, take on the finalizer here. So what do we do here? We end up doing some buff immunity and AoE with Annie there, and Wiring taking some hits, which is good. And obviously, I always forget about the turn meter game that Anakin gets when his allies are hit. I do, you know. And we're going to AoE there and AoE again. Phantom's almost dead. We've killed everything else. Finalizer is going to use its special, which isn't going to help it. And we're just going to call in, clear some buffs, get some protection back, kill off the Phantom, and finish up there. There we go. So we full cleared this one. And yeah, 819 banners. We'll go see if they end up playing at all for this one. There we go, 7 hours left. On to round 3. Okay, it's time to take on round number 3. We did win our last round. Their opponent did not play, so that was a sweep there. So 1-on-1 so far. We're up against Taika the Destroyer. And the first reasonably even roster we've seen in a while. Only about 500,000 galactic power in it, so yeah, well up for this one. They have Revan, they have a bunch of Relic Jedi, Mando, Bounty Hunters. That's pretty much what they've got. Some Bounty Hunter ships as well to go with them, Chimera, so yeah, it's gonna be fun for us. They have attacked, they have gone through 2 walls. They have had to attack twice there, and once in the back, and have given up against Qui-Gon. Well then. So we just need to clear 3 of these zones, and we will be good. So I do know that our best bet here is going to be the Imperial Troopers to get rid of bounty hunters. I'm gonna put that over on Dark Trooper to make sure we get Dark Trooper assisting a bunch. And Bosk is being really annoying and tanky right now, which is not what we want. And with the way this is going, we're gonna struggle. It is a Relic 6 Bosk, which is, yeah, kind of nasty. Okay, so in this case then, it looks like we're not going to be able to do much with the Imperial Troopers. I wanted to go in first with the Imperial Troopers here to at least try. Let's see if we could get, you know, save some of our higher relics. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Palpatine Vader Savage up there. Not too worried about that. Okay, so what does that mean? Not that one. I think it's worth going with the Starkiller here, because we need some heavy hitting power. So let's go in, make sure we get Bosk stunned, so he can't taunt and gain extra buffs. Cool. Probably want to get Zam out and get rid of her Omicron. There we go. Can't target Grief because he's on stealth. But we're just gonna go through here and lock it down. Keep the assists rolling in. We're at 86 stacks for Starkiller. There it is. I think that's the first time on the channel we see it being used outside of the event. So there we go. Now we'll take that. Did he? Ooh, okay. Interesting. That could be tough. That could be tough. I feel like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan have to take on this. No. Actually, no. We want to clear the top. If I clear the top and I clear the fleets, we win. So we want to make sure we get this. However, can I use anything? That is the question. Have my own Savage. I wonder if Savage can solo Iden, because I know Wampa can. I don't think that my Savage in particular will be able to. So let's go and wipe this out with these. See if we can get Vader before. No, can't. Okay. Have me still alive. Come on, stay alive, girl. Stay alive. I need you. There we go. Protection back up. Good. Getting stuck on Savage is annoying, so Savage is dead now. Okay, let's get rid of Vader. There we go. Good. Okay, Vader gone. Palpatine gone. Done. So that leaves us to take on the fleet. And I'm pretty happy with us being able to handle this. Let's just make sure we do it. I could take the Umbaran out, but I'm not going to, just in case we need an extra. So let's throw this out and get some buff immunity. Good. It means you cannot taunt. Tempting to get rid of Phantom here. I think we have to get rid of the Razor Crest. Okay, so that's one life down on Razor Crest. Get some Valor from that. Lovely. And they're going for the Y-Wing, which is great. And bring in Plo, get some protection, everything back. Let's turn meter up. And then we can AoE here, get some ability blocks and take out Razor Crest at the same time. There we go. Safety net on ending loyalty. What's coming in? Slave 1. See if we can get Slave 1 down. Let's go with the ability here. Could bring in Ahsoka, but I think we're fine without her right now. I'm gonna put some more protection back over there. Now we can call in Ahsoka, which is going to get rid of buffs here. And Houndstooth is almost dead. One shot mannequin and does it. Cool. So there we go. We have cleared 3 zones. The question remains, can we do anything about this? I could go Vader lead here. And I think I will. Let's see if Vader can do this with Savage help. So we're gonna have to go against. Misclick. I wanted to merciless massacre there. Increase my cooldowns annoyingly. But Savage is doing well, just tanking all the hits right now. Okay, here we go. This is what we wanted that time round. We'll get an ability block. We can get ability block there. And we get ability block all the way around. Good. Okay. Talon is just going to be so useful here. She just hits really hard with her specials. We're going to get that. That's good. I'm going to go ability block Death Trooper here. Okay, Short Trooper is gone. Let's put some dots down. Can't get rid of Iden yet, so let's get rid of Death Trooper's lives here. Get more ability block. Oh yeah, here we go. Nice. Doesn't even get the second life because Talon is just great with that. I think we might have this. We've just got to finish off Iden now. Gonna throw that out with that. Let's throw Culling Blade in. We get the ability blocks with Talon's basic as well, which is awesome. Yeah, there's some serious damage there. I think we're just pretty much going to be waiting on Talon to get her second special up. Let's throw some dots on Iden here as well. See if that can help. Yeah, think it's going to have to be there. There we go. I'm just going to have to do it again, are we? I think. Yeah, there we go. We get the full clear. So I think that seals the deal for the round. I've waited till the last minute, kind of the last hour or so to do this. I don't think our opponent is going to get through our Qui-Gon, and they've preloaded it as well. You can see here with John Kenobi's protection has gone. So there we go. So that hopefully is a win, unless something strange happens, and we'll review that in the main video. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and we did all right. We did okay. We've got one player who played fully. We got one player who didn't, and then we had a player who kind of played, couldn't. That was looking on that by accident. A player that couldn't get past that Qui-Gon and actually being able to face a roster that was, within a million galactic power of ourselves. So yeah, so just goes to show, like, what we can do against rosters once again, how important your mods are. And also, interesting fact as well, I was looking at the mod scores and stuff on swh.gg for the top 5 speed mods, or mod score, whatever it is that you call it. That top 5, I have the highest mod score of all or everyone in the bracket for this week coming, I think it is, that I had a look at. So yeah, I mean, go out, sort your mods out. If you've got good mods, you can win stuff against teams that you shouldn't. Well, I say you shouldn't. You should be winning against the poorly modded teams that are better than you. You shouldn't be winning against teams that are modded better than you, unless they're, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so really important to do your mods. I can't remember what exactly I've got here, but if we ever look at my mods here, I was just doing some mod work a little bit earlier. We obviously have all the speed ones on the arrows. No, we don't want speed. Secondary. Speed secondary. So let's do speed secondary. Our fastest mod is 27 speed mod. Which on Django for some. Maybe I can move that. I don't use Django a lot. Mara Jade 27, 27, 26, 26, 25. Work your mods, people. Seriously, work your mods. I mean, if you look at this stuff here, I've done pretty well so far. John Kenobi doesn't need these ones, but I've got no one at a high enough level that the health stuff is going to go on. We need some more. We need another calibration of this. Let's see if we can. Do we want to do that one? Yeah, we want to do that one. One more speed hit for Anakin would be great. We didn't get it, but we'll take the extra tenacity there, I guess. So we've got other ones as well here. We can calibrate this one, for example, when we have enough micro attenuators. Mods have been really crucial. Mods have probably been the one thing that's won me the battles that I have in Grand Arena. That cannot be understated. That cannot be overstated enough. Understated? Overstated. Anyway, the English language eludes me as to the correct wording to use there. But there we go. So the account is looking pretty healthy. And if we're having a look at like Grand Arena teams, we kind of had a look at it before. I've changed my defense a little bit. At the point we're getting to now, I'm considering whether Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan could go on defense for me. Because we're going to have Palpatine as a 3. If we look at this is 3v3 teams currently looking at. So Palpatine, Killer, and Mara Jade. We have we're going to have Traya, Nihilus, and Savage, which even at a low gear level is really good. I have a gear 12 Traya on my main account. I have a gear 12 Savage on my main account, and I have a Relic 3 Nihilus. And they crush, they are really good. So that's another offense too. So that's 2 of our while we're in Carbonite, this is as well. That's 2 of our 3 teams we need for offense. And then we in that middle of kind of needing one more. We have the troopers. I think I need to work on the troopers a little bit. They're being a little bit underwhelming right now. I think I need to get some relic levels, probably Piet and stuff, for more speed and stuff. But that is our 3. Those are our kind of our 3 main ones we want for offense, and other things on defense. So yeah, so there we go. Let's open this while we're here. That has been this week's update. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing what is in store for this next week. Tuning in for more Grand Arena to see how the current Grand Arena is going. Say some really good mod scores for me. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Don't forget to give the like and subscribe stuff, all that lovely things. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.